At JetClay, we merged the ancient art of ceramics with the innovation of 3D printing. We move to the frontier where tradition meets technology. Our mission is to create unique pieces that redefine the boundaries of design and craftsmanship. Open source is at the core of our philosophy. We started our open source developments, 3D printers and extrusion systems, just because we needed. When we started in 2017, we were sure that we wanted to create big pieces. Big pieces in ceramics means like 1 meter tall, more or less. Those days, in the market, you couldn't find these printers and extrusion systems. So we develop our own ones. And since our background is design, is not electronics, mechanics, or programming, we had to learn from the community. We had to learn from the shared knowledge that you could find in maker spaces, Fab Labs, or online places like Wikifactory and Thingiverse, for example. So when we did so, also with the help of OpenMaker was a UE grant that related the manufacturers with the makers. So thanks to this shared knowledge and this grant that we got, we developed our first 3D printers and extrusion systems. So from the beginning, we did so to create our pieces. As I said, we were designers. So what we want to do is to design and produce our own things. But this technological development, people got interested on it, and they started to ask us about, do we sell our machines? Do we sell our extrusion systems? So we didn't want to become a company that sells 3D printers. So instead of selling these machines, we started to do what we call hardware as a service. So we go to the entities, the places, which are universities or maker spaces, Fab Labs also, or ceramics studios, and then we together we build the machine together and we teach them how to use it. So we realized with this we're making the technology more accessible first for us and then for the others, for the people. So with this idea, we have created a JetClay Academy, which its goal is to make 3D printing with clay as accessible as possible, right? We want this to be also a distributed platform. So this means that we are creating nodes, physical nodes, obviously. So we're starting with Madrid and Bilbao, and we're planning to grow and to create more nodes, because we truly believe in the distributed design and distributed manufacturing paradigm. The materials shouldn't travel a lot. Machines shouldn't travel also, and they should be sourced locally. The only thing that should travel is ideas and designs and so on. So making a small recap, what to do with this technology, right? So it's an open source technology. It's very accessible to everybody. It's a very new technology. It's the first time that 3D printing with clay was possible was in 2009, made by Unfold Studio in Belgium. So the uses of it still have to be defined. Obviously, it is a new technology that offers a new language, a new forms, new aesthetics that truly you couldn't truly do with another technology, just with these 3D printers. But in JetClay, obviously we play this new paradigm of 3D printing and the new shapes and so on. But what we like about ceramics and clay, I think that this is the material that we have been using for ages. It is the first material that we use to shape our world. We used it to solve everyday needs. So there's a huge heritage. There is a huge knowledge that our ancestors have given us. So that's what we like to do. It's this heritage. It's this given culture. Is it useful to tackle our problems of everyday life? So for instance, climate change. Probably the most common action that a person does against climate change is to buy an air conditioner. And this is a trap. This is a cycle vice that it's getting the problem worse and worse, because in the meanwhile we cool down our spaces, we're heating up the planet. So in that sense, looking at this tradition, that the way we have been cooling down spaces through evaporative cooling, in the north of Africa, India, and different places. So we are taking this knowledge and we have created elementary cooling, which is a project that using 3D printed ceramics, water, and wind, right, air, we cool down our spaces in a more sustainably way using a low tech and a very accessible technology. Because we truly believe that sustainability is the radical use of common sense.